Life Philosophies Unleashed.
Carl Gustav Jung was one of the most influential figures in the field of psychology. Along with Sigmund Freud and Alfred Adler, he was one of the founders of psychoanalysis, which is also known as modern depth psychology. Jung's work focused on the unconscious energies that move through us and how they affect our behavior. Jung's philosophy of analytical psychology emphasizes the importance of understanding oneself to achieve personal growth and healing. His work is still widely studied and applied today, and his teachings on how to know oneself better are particularly relevant in our current age of self-discovery and self-improvement. In this video, we will explore 7 teachings from Carl Jung's philosophy on how to know yourself better. 1. Create mandalas. Creating a mandala is the path to the center, to individuation. According to Carl Jung, the self can be represented in the form of a mandala, which is a circle containing different sectors representing various aspects of the self. Drawing a personal mandala can help us see our inner self in its most essential aspects and provide insights into our psyche. The process of creating a mandala requires us to delve into our inner world and explore the depths of our subconscious. It allows us to connect with our innermost thoughts and feelings and helps us to discover our true selves. When we draw our own personal mandala, it becomes one of the best ways to see our inner self in its most essential aspects. At the center of the figure, the core of the self resides. This is where we find our true identity, the essence of who we are. The outer world is in connection with consciousness, ego, and persona. Consciousness is everything that we know directly. Ego is the entity that helps us organize everything that we perceive, think, memorize, and feel. And persona is essentially the role that we play in society. The inner world, on the bottom half, is in connection with the collective unconsciousness, with the shadow, anima, and animus, all of which are sources of communication between consciousness and the collective unconsciousness. The collective unconsciousness is the part that binds people together through invisible ways. Jung used this concept to explain the similarities in mythologies around the world. He believed that the collective unconsciousness had a profound influence on the lives of individuals, containing symbols, so-called archetypes, that provide individuals meaning regarding the life experiences they go through. The process of creating a mandala is a journey of self-discovery. It allows us to explore our innermost thoughts and emotions, and helps us to gain a deeper understanding of ourselves. It is a powerful tool for personal growth and healing, and it can help us to find our true calling in life. Through the process of creating a mandala, we can connect with our inner selves and find the courage to face our fears and our shadow. It allows us to explore our deepest desires and helps us to discover our true passions. It is a process of self-exploration that helps us to become more self-aware and authentic. Creating a mandala is a powerful way to connect with our inner selves and to gain a deeper understanding of ourselves. It is a tool for personal growth and healing, and it can help us to find our true calling in life. So, take a moment to explore your inner world and create your own personal mandala. You might be surprised at what you discover. 2. According to Carl Jung's philosophy, exploring our hidden subconscious motivations is crucial for personal growth and healing. Everyone carries a shadow, which is the part of ourselves that we fail to recognize and often project onto others. By analyzing our fears and confronting our emotions, we can identify our shadow and work on integrating it with our conscious self. The shadow is the most dangerous aspect of the self, consisting of all the unacceptable, animalistic, aggressive, or sexual instincts. Usually, people are not very aware of their shadow, which is often projected onto other people and objects. The anima and animus duo is related to a masculine-feminine polarity. Anima is the feminine side of the male form, while animus is the masculine side of the female form. Integrating our shadow with our conscious self is the key to becoming more self-aware and authentic. By knowing our shadow, we can recognize our true self. When we are not aware of our shadow, we are prone to projecting our negative qualities onto others and seeing them as the source of our problems. But when we integrate our shadow, we accept those negative qualities as a part of ourselves, and we become more accepting of others. Jung believed that knowing the shadow is a part of knowing the true self. When we integrate our shadow, we become more whole and authentic. We no longer feel the need to hide our negative qualities or project them onto others. Instead, we accept ourselves as we are and work towards becoming a better version of ourselves. Integrating our shadow is not an easy task. It requires us to confront our fears and emotions, which can be uncomfortable and challenging. But the payoff is worth it. When we integrate our shadow, we become more self-aware and authentic. We no longer feel the need to hide behind a mask or pretend to be someone we're not. Instead, we embrace our true selves and become more confident and self-assured. The process of integrating our shadow involves identifying our negative qualities and accepting them as a part of ourselves. It requires us to face our fears and confront our emotions. But with time and practice, we can learn to integrate our shadow and become more self-aware and authentic. Exploring our hidden subconscious motivations is crucial for personal growth and healing. Integrating our shadow with our conscious self is the key to becoming more self-aware and authentic. It requires us to confront our fears and emotions, but the payoff is worth it. When we integrate our shadow, we become more whole and accepting of ourselves and others. So, embrace your true self, confront your fears, and integrate your shadow to become the best version of yourself. 3. Recognize your apprehensions. Recognizing and confronting our fears is a crucial part of personal growth and development, according to Carl Jung's teachings. Even the most courageous and successful individuals in society have their own fears and anxieties. It's normal to feel apprehensive about the unknown, the uncertain, and the unpredictable aspects of life. However, what sets successful individuals apart is their willingness to face their fears and take calculated risks. By analyzing our fears, we can discover which areas of our lives need work and take steps towards overcoming them. It takes courage to confront our fears, but the payoff is worth it. We become more self-aware, confident, and resilient when we face our fears head-on. Carl Jung, who treated many patients suffering from anxiety disorder, believed that analyzing our fears is good practice because it helps us understand which direction we should develop. Our fears are the keys to our development. They show us where we need to grow, change, and improve. We should never give up on our dreams because of our fears. Instead, we should use our fears as motivation to work harder, learn more, and become better versions of ourselves. It's understandable to want to avoid failure, rejection, or embarrassment. But when we permanently avoid facing our fears, we remain in a comfortable space that will not make us happy in the long run. By refusing to look inside ourselves and finding solutions for our fears, we stop growing. We become stagnant, complacent, and unfulfilled. Instead of avoiding our fears, we should embrace them as opportunities for growth and learning. We should ask ourselves, what am I afraid of? Why am I afraid of it? What can I do to overcome this fear? By breaking down our fears into smaller, manageable steps, we can take action towards overcoming them. We can seek support from others, learn new skills, and practice self-care to build resilience and confidence. Recognizing and confronting our fears is essential for personal growth and development. We should never let our fears hold us back from achieving our goals and dreams. By analyzing our fears, we can discover which areas of our lives need work and take steps towards overcoming them. It takes courage to face our fears head-on, but the payoff is worth it. We become more self-aware, confident, and resilient when we embrace our fears as opportunities for growth and learning. So, let's face our fears with courage and determination and become the best version of ourselves. 4. Confront your feelings. The fourth teaching from Jung's philosophy is a powerful reminder that we must confront our feelings, even the painful ones, in order to truly understand ourselves and heal from past traumas. Jung believed that our psychological suffering is often buried so deep within us that it becomes challenging to deal with. We may try to avoid facing our emotions by masking them, engaging in self-harming behaviors, or closing ourselves off from others. But the only way to truly heal is to have the courage to feel our emotions in their raw form and confront them head-on. It can be difficult to face our emotions, especially when they are painful or traumatic. We may fear that if we allow ourselves to feel these emotions, they will overwhelm us. But Jung reminds us that it is not the event itself that traumatized us, but rather the set of beliefs we built around that event. By confronting our beliefs and examining them in the light of day, we can begin to separate what is true from what is not, and slowly begin to heal. When we confront our feelings, we come to terms with our past and develop a more positive outlook toward the future. We begin to understand ourselves better and gain insight into our deepest fears and desires. We become more self-aware, which allows us to make choices that are more aligned with our true selves. Confronting our feelings is not an easy task, but it is a necessary one. It takes courage and vulnerability to face our emotions and allow ourselves to feel them in their raw form. But the payoff is worth it. When we confront our feelings, we become more resilient, more compassionate, and more connected to ourselves and others. So, if you find yourself struggling with painful emotions or past traumas, remember that it is okay to feel them. It is okay to be vulnerable. By confronting our feelings head-on, we can begin to heal and move forward with a greater sense of purpose and clarity. Take the time to sit with your emotions, examine your beliefs, and allow yourself to feel whatever comes up. You may be surprised at what you discover. Remember that you are not alone in this journey. Seek support from loved ones, a therapist, or a support group if needed. We all have the capacity to heal and grow, but it is up to us to take the first step. Confront your feelings with courage and vulnerability, and you will emerge stronger, wiser, and more connected to yourself and the world around you. 5. Decode the meaning behind your dreams. According to Carl Jung, dreams are messages from our unconscious mind that can help us reestablish a sense of balance in our lives. By analyzing our dreams, we can understand a great deal about ourselves and learn things we never imagined about ourselves. Jung believed that dream material mainly contains repressed feelings that we don't want to face anymore. These feelings can be painful or uncomfortable, which is why we try to ignore them. However, by ignoring them, we allow them to fester and grow, which can lead to a host of issues in our lives. Jung created a method for interpreting dreams that he called active imagination. The first step in this process is to write down your dream as soon as you wake up. Then, identify the key symbols and themes that appear in the dream and make associations between them. Connect these symbols and themes with events from your daily life. Through the process of active imagination, Jung guided his patients through a process of reliving the dream while still awake. The purpose was to get to the story inside the story of the dream. No matter how silly the story of the dream is, Jung believed there is always a deeper meaning. By reliving the dream, we force ourselves to interact with the dream figures actively, emotionally, and by living that emotion, we get in touch with the deepest layers of ourselves. When we explore our dreams, we gain access to a wealth of information about ourselves that we may not have been aware of before. Dreams can reveal our deepest fears and desires, our hopes and aspirations, and the parts of ourselves that we try to keep hidden. They can also provide us with insight into the challenges we are facing in our waking lives and help us find solutions to those challenges. Exploring our dreams requires us to be honest with ourselves and examine our innermost thoughts and feelings. It can be a challenging process, but it is also an incredibly rewarding one. By understanding the messages our dreams are trying to convey, we can gain a greater sense of self-awareness and achieve personal growth. So, take the time to explore your dreams and listen to what they are trying to tell you. They may be revealing insights about yourself that you never knew before. By understanding yourself better, you can make more informed decisions and live a more fulfilling life. Remember that your dreams are a powerful tool for personal growth, and they can help you achieve a deeper understanding of yourself and the world around you. 1. Dedicate moments to solitude. The sixth teaching from Carl Jung's philosophy is one that we all need to take to heart. According to Jung, the highest, most decisive experience is to be alone with one's own self. By dedicating moments to solitude, we can get to know ourselves much better than when we are surrounded by other people. In fact, moments of solitude can be a powerful tool for personal growth and self-discovery. Jung recognized the importance of having a personal space in our home, where we can meditate, write personal notes, write in a diary, or take long walks alone, preferably in nature. During these moments of solitude, we can reflect on our thoughts and emotions and gain a deeper understanding of ourselves. We can explore our innermost fears and desires and find the courage to face them head-on. The experience of solitude gives us the power to face life's challenges with greater resilience and strength. When we are alone, we can better understand the causes of any problem that affects us, and we can find out what resources we have inside to face that problem. Whether we are dealing with a difficult situation at work or in our personal lives, moments of solitude can help us find the clarity and focus we need to move forward. Moreover, moments of solitude are an excellent time to come up with creative ideas concerning our next steps toward anything we want to do in life. For example, if you are struggling with a creative project at work, taking a break and spending some time alone can help you generate new ideas and insights. Or, if you are feeling stuck in your personal life, taking a moment to reflect on your goals and aspirations can help you identify the steps you need to take to achieve them. In our busy, fast-paced lives, it can be easy to overlook the importance of moments of solitude. We may feel that we don't have the time, or that being alone is somehow a sign of weakness. But the truth is that moments of solitude are a powerful tool for personal growth and self-discovery. They allow us to connect with our inner selves, to explore our deepest thoughts and emotions, and to find the strength and courage we need to face life's challenges with confidence and resilience. So, if you want to know yourself better and achieve personal growth, take the time to dedicate moments to solitude. Find a quiet place where you can be alone with your thoughts and emotions, and allow yourself to explore them without judgment. You may be surprised at what you discover about yourself. Remember, moments of solitude are not a sign of weakness, but a sign of strength and courage. Use them to your advantage, and you'll be amazed at the personal growth and self-discovery you can achieve. 7. Seek opinions from others about your character. The final teaching from Carl Jung's philosophy is a reminder that we should never neglect the role of others in our quest to know ourselves better. Although it can be uncomfortable to hear negative opinions about ourselves, it is essential to receive honest feedback from others to understand ourselves better. During his lifetime, Jung met several people who had a strong impact on him, helping him know himself better. Some examples are two of his mistresses, Sabina Spielrein and Toni Wolff, who were both his lovers as well as his assistants. They not only helped Jung understand himself better emotionally, but they also helped him in his work. Wolff was the one who actually helped him define and name the concepts of anima and animus. We all have blind spots in our lives, areas where we may not see ourselves clearly. Seeking feedback from others can help shine a light on these blind spots and provide valuable insights into our character. It's important to remember that feedback doesn't have to be negative to be valuable. Positive feedback can also be incredibly helpful in identifying our strengths and building our confidence. But seeking feedback can be uncomfortable, especially if we fear criticism or rejection. It's important to approach feedback with an open mind and a willingness to learn and grow. Remember that feedback is not a reflection of our worth as a person, but rather an opportunity to improve and become the best version of ourselves. So, how can we seek feedback effectively? Start by identifying people in your life who you trust and respect, and whose opinions you value. These could be friends, family members, colleagues, or mentors. Then, be specific about what you want feedback on and how you prefer to receive it. Do you want feedback on a particular project, your communication style, or your leadership skills? Do you prefer feedback in person, via email, or through a written report? It's also important to be open and receptive to feedback, even if it's not what we want to hear. Listen carefully, ask questions for clarification, and thank the person for their honesty and insights. And remember, feedback is not a one-time event. It's an ongoing process of learning and growth. Set a regular schedule for seeking feedback and make it a part of your personal and professional development plan. Seeking feedback from others can be a powerful tool for personal growth and self-awareness. It can help us identify our blind spots, build our strengths, and become the best version of ourselves. So, don't be afraid to ask for feedback, and remember to approach it with an open mind and a willingness to learn. With practice and persistence, seeking feedback can become an empowering and inspiring part of your personal and professional journey.